Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about everything you need to know about your buddies, either palicos or palamutes. So starting out in the village of Kamura, you can immediately change your buddy's attire and equipment and everything by looking at this board over here. At this board, you can select which buddies you actually have deployed with you. So these will be the two buddies that follow you into missions and quests and around in the real world, as you can see over here. You can also change your buddy's skills as to what type of skills they should use in their fighting. You're also able to change the gear that your palamute wears as well as your palico. A very cool system about your buddies is that in your behavioral settings here at the buddy board, you can actually change how your buddies behave. So your musicals, my cat, my palico right over here, I can make it target only large monsters or large monsters first, or balanced and just attack all monsters indiscriminately, or the small monsters first and then the large monsters, or only the small monsters and they let you kind of fight the larger monster by yourself. You can do the same thing with your palamutes, and it's a pretty interesting way to let your buddies have a sense of control. In the manage equipment here, you can actually change the equipment that both your palamute and palico are wearing, so you can either put on better armor, or you can just change to previous armors to change what you want them to look like. Obviously, you should probably have them wear the best stuff that they have for the stat wise during the game to get the most benefit out of it. You can also sell your equipment, display your equipment, or also have equipment loadouts for if you want to change between certain loadouts of your equipment on your buddies. In the appearance setting, you can change the color of the clothing that your animals are wearing under the armor. You don't really see it, so it's not too important. You also have a layered armor setting, so if you have any layered armor, this is where you'd be changing it. So if you want your palico, for example, to look like this, you can have it look like this, and obviously this is from the pre-order. And if you don't want it to wear like this, you can change it back to what its normal armor looks like. If you want to get rid of any of your buddies, you can actually use this dismiss buddy button over here and be a horrible owner and abandon your animal. But apart from that, let's talk about giving your buddies some armor. So we're going to go to this one right over here. This is your buddy smith, obviously right next to your normal smith. You can forge palico equipment here. I always press the up arrow to go to the latest equipment over here. You can see we have Zinogur's armor right over there. You can see what it looks like, a small little preview. If you actually want to see it on your character, you can press X, which is pretty nice, and you can select multiple ones and get an idea of what it looks like just like that. This obviously works the same way for your palamute's equipment as well. If you ever need materials to make scrap, like Norkakuga scrap right over here, you can actually just go to trade for scraps, find the Norkakuga items over here, so it'll be right at the end, Norkakuga scrap, and you can actually turn some of the items you have in your chest there. I have like 8 scales, and you can actually take this and select an amount of how much you want to turn it into scrap. So you can choose, I want like 4 scrap, and that should be enough to make a weapon, a armor, and a helmet as well for your palico and your palamutes. You can also manage your equipment here as well for them. It's the same as at the buddy board. Now let's move on to our buddy area, our buddy training area, which is right over this side, right by all these big trees, and let's talk about everything here that you can do with your buddies. First, I'm going to show you how to hire new buddies, because you should be hiring new buddies all the time. So we're going to talk to our boy Iori right over here, and we're going to hire a buddy. So we're going to go to Pelicos. I'm going to look for the highest level one. I always grab the highest level one, like this level 5 over here. I don't want to rename it because I don't really care about giving them unique names because there's too many. You can get so many of these guys. And then I'm going to get one over here. You do have a limit of how many you can actually have. And you can tell how many you have in your limit by looking at the bottom left where it says spots left. I currently have 0 spots left for hiring any pelicos. But I have 6 spots left for hiring palamutes. So this is where you'll be getting all your new buddies in the game. If you want a specific looking buddy, you can actually go to Scout a Buddy and actually pick exactly what you want. You can change the entire criteria. It's almost like, building your buddy from scratch again like you did at the beginning of the game. And you can do this with palicos and palamutes. You're also able to rename your buddies and dismiss them here as well. So once you've done that, you might want to start training your buddies immediately at this guy right at the opposite of Iori. This is the buddy expert Shirubi, or Shirube, and this is the buddy dojo. The buddy dojo is a place where you can take 6 buddies at a time. You can see I have 6 buddies already loaded in there, all level 14 currently, and basically you can give them 10 training levels, right? So I can go training rounds, I want to have them 10. Now this is going to cost me 1,000 Kimura points, which is my currency right at the top right, but you can also use a Lagni apple, which you can see I have 7 of, which you can get from optional subquests at Hinoa, and also this buddy guy will just give them to you sometimes as well for free, so that's actually pretty cool. And what this will actually do is when you press X, it will actually kind of boost it. It gives you like insane progress so that they will actually do a lot more, effective training. And this training will actually allow them to level up. And all you have to do then is go all the way to confirm and just leave it like that. And then when you're ready, and every so often you can actually come back here after like every 3 quests or something, come check how the progress is doing. You can tell the the progress by looking at those little red things under the flames. If those are not maxed out, then you should just max them out. You can actually just go to training rounds again and fill them up again and just keep them training. You also get the option of actually sending your buddies on special missions to actually collect items from the areas. And this is done at the Meowcenaries guy over here. Meowcenaries, we're going to select a destination. I always pick the ones that have the shiny things. They're just so interesting. Like this one has fish, it has Basarios, it has Uruktar, and Volvidon. I forget how to say that. So I'm going to pick this one over here, and then I'm going to select my buddies. You can only select 4 buddies. I'm going to just pick my same one, Bruce, Caramel, and Miko. Like I've got 2 caramels in the same team, and one's a dog, one's a cat. They're gonna have to fight it out. And then all you have to do is spend the 250 Kimura points to confirm and send them out there, and it'll play a little cutscene. I press the plus button to skip that, and you can see they're on the mission right over here. So when the mission's actually done, every time you finish a quest, it will actually tell you at the bottom right of the screen saying the Meowcenaries have completed or they're done or whatever. So it will give you like a hint that you should come here and go reset or collect your points. If you do come here early, you can actually track the progress by seeing on the right side there, seeing where they are currently. They're busy on the first mission there. If they're still on the first one, or like if they've done like halfway, you can actually do the receive items button over here to receive the stuff that they received. Honestly, it's just better to wait until they've done everything and then come collect everything. And this works better if your buddies are max level like 35. Right now mine are still leveling up, so they're just kind of doing a very low expected outcome. And that's why you want to level your buddies up very, very soon, because this is how you're going to be farming items all the time. A quick thing while you're by the Meowcenaries is to actually check this tree right next to him here and climb up to the top and collect from Cohoot's nest. Now I have made a tutorial on this, but I always forget to actually come here myself. When there are 2 golden eggs in this chest here, or this nest actually, you can find Lagny apples and sushi fish and steel eggs. You can find random stuff in this nest, honestly, all the time. The Lagny apples are really cool because you can use it to boost your drops on of your items. So make sure you check there every single time you like check your Meowcenaries, because the odds are the nest will be full as well. And then you can come over here to the Argosy. You can see we have 2 submarines. Still trying to get that 3rd one for myself because I'm playing through the game. You can speak to Rondine, the Argosy lady over here, and you can actually do order items, trade requests, and you can actually send certain buddies out for collecting stuff here. So for example, I'm gonna send who can I send actually? Let's send normally I send Bruce, but Bruce is busy right now, so we're gonna send Tofu. We're gonna send Tofu, and then we get to select what he should be out there like looking for. So let's just have him look for something that's interesting, right? So honey's a good beginner kind of item to get. We're gonna go palamutes. Diandra is gonna go searching, and we're gonna pick what item we want. Maybe some Nellberries. Let's get some Nellberries, and then we just confirm, and over time they shall collect the stuff here, and you'll see the items obtained is shown right over there. You press this button and it'll let you take the items out but leave them there. So Tofu and Diandra will still be out there farming for items, honey and Nellberry, and sometimes random items in between there, but you don't have to reset them. If you do want to reset them, all you have to do is to go to trade requests and then click here and tell them what you want to find. You can also go to buddy bargaining, which will actually let you use a Lagnia apple to speed up the process of just getting stuff. So there's a casual bargain over there, and then we're going to have a Lagnia apple there so that he's actually going to get a lot more honey. And we're going to do the same for this one, casual bargain, and then a Lagnia apple. It actually works for both of them. I didn't know that. That's actually pretty cool. And then we just confirm. So now they're going to be farming a lot more for the price of 200 Kimura points, which you'll be getting a lot of these points all the time. And then you can just go back here, and there's also an exchange for items where you can actually get some special items in case you do want any of those. And that is everything you need to know about the buddy system so far in Monster Hunter Rise. If you feel I've left anything out, please let me know in the comments below. I am still learning the game myself, but this is something I've noticed and learned as I've been playing through, and it's something that you guys should be doing very early on, because leveling these guys takes really long. So make sure you get a big head start on leveling up your buddies and treating them right and farming all these items, especially early on in the game where it's going to be mostly helpful. Also in the end game, it's going to be a routine thing that you're going to be doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching.